Hey there, sports fans. Welcome back to another installment of the fail sauce of George Floyd Square, starring me, your lovely host, Soul. Um, so a few updates. Agape, for the past few weeks, maybe even months now, have started becoming a brand. They're trying to become a household name. Even after a few weeks ago, one of their members was proudly on camera helping the city sweep an encampment. The claim is that he was wearing the Agape shirt because it was the last shirt that he had that was clean. But even a 12-year-old would figure out that if you're not out there representing a group, but that's your last clean shirt, you would flip it inside out to show that you're not representing a group. And later said that his car was set on fire because of racism. And no, if the vehicle was set on fire, by no means of foul play. It was because you helped sweep an encampment, not because you're black. The space itself, it's the four corners of neighborhoods. There's a lot of politics in that little area, and one major sweeping of the space that came with the roads being reopened is that the space is really just like full of liberals, like 90%, 99, maybe even somewhere between 90 and 99%, either people that live there, people that know people that live there, or white people that believe that if they listen to Janelle, maybe Butch, and Marcia, they believe that Black Lives Matter, while it's totally okay to be disrespectful to any and all other black people that live there. And you don't have to talk to people to be disrespectful towards them. You can just disregard them. Like, these three people mean Black Lives Matter. Everybody else, it's whatever. I've seen it for myself. They have openly been, like, disregarding me. They have also disregarded other people that I've observed in the space with how other people have been treated. And it's basically like, you're either there for Marcia, Janelle, or Butch, or you go on about your life. You go on about your white privilege life. And like, it's the four corners. Nobody else really hangs out there other than black people and white people. There aren't really any Asians. There are a few Native Americans that live in that area, but like, as far as the core people who hang out, it's like those three people and their white fanboys, fangirls, and fan non-binaries. As you all know, another black person was killed by MPD, and there has been some solidarity in the space, but I really think that solidarity came from that person being one of Marcia's students. I don't know how many of the people involved in George Floyd Square were in attendance for the Dave Chappelle protests. I could not attend due to public transportation being atrocious, and the move from First Avenue to Varsity made my commute there an hour from where I live. And it needs to be known that those protesters were out there for 3 days. It was Friday where the businesses were complaining, so MPD finally decided to show up and started macing and arresting people. They were out there peacefully for the 2 days prior. And Dave Chappelle carried his coon ass on Twitter and said that he would have been he would have had respect for the protests had there been any black people there. There were black and brown people there. It's just that for the footage that was used, somehow miraculously, once again, I've seen this before, it has happened to me, it has happened again. Black and brown people just weren't caught on camera in attendance. But they were there. I know a few of them that were there. They just didn't get on camera. Um, and it's just amazing how that happens in this area. And few of you probably have that issue in your area as well, where it's like, yes, the white people did show up. There were also black and brown people there. How did you not get any footage of them? And people did get arrested. The people that I know of that got arrested for chalk art, which they decided to call vandalism. A lot of people got maced, and we learned about this tactic. Sure, it's an age-old tactic, but I just learned about it because someone else noticed it, is that the police will park their cars, like, right next to each other. So when they mace, of course, they showed up planning to commit violence against people exercising their freedom of speech. It's harder to get away. Like, you would have to jump over the car, and you can't really do that with going on. So, I don't know what people are really thinking about this whole Dave Chappelle thing. It's like they want to shout about how Dave Chappelle has freedom of speech, but then protesters with the same freedom of speech show up, and suddenly that's an issue. I don't understand that part, but I guess it's not for me to understand as the United States continues its descent into full-blown fascism, which we were made to believe that we wouldn't get if we voted for Democrats, and we're getting it anyway. So yeah, that's about it. Fuck the police, fuck liberals, and yeah, fuck America. Bye.